Welcome to episode 2 of Beyond the Blade. Coming up in this show, we're going to start with a road trip to Northern Ireland for a preview of the Northwest 200 with Glenn Irwin. Then we're going to bring you coverage from here, round 1 of the British Superbike Championships in Silverstone. Then we're going to finish with a look at the Isle of Man TT races with Mr. TT himself, John McGuinness, as he warms up for his 100th TT appearance. First, for me, in here for coffee.
Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Then stop at the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Eyes keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let's tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Act like fire on the pond. If you wanna touch me, I'm please use caution. Act like fire on the pond. If you wanna touch me, I'm please use caution.
My name's John Hogan and I'm a motorcycle journalist. I've been one for about 18, 19 years. All of those years I've spent as a road racing fan in particular. I'm a massive fan of the TT and anything to do with road racing. Now, I've got a little bit of an admission to make in that I've never been to the Northwest 200 before. So I thought where better to spend my St. Patrick's Day than at the home of Irish road racing with what happens to be the fastest Irish road racer on the planet. So our first stop on the...
Ooh.
Hang on.
Issues.
Issues.
Reboot.
Are we good? So our first stop on the Northwest 200 Tour with Glenn is here, Slipstream City, the place that separates the Isle of Man and the Northwest 200 perfectly because it's all about the slipstream, Glenn.
Yeah, it's no place like Slipstream City, you know, in comparison to the TT where we start in a mass start, so waves of 16 or 20, and particularly on lap 1, you're 1 minute 30 in, most of us are still together. Lap 1 is exciting down here. We start the straight, exiting out of Mill Road, we approach Station Corner, 160 mile an hour. Your bike, if it's geared properly, will just touch the limiter in 5th gear. You don't want to roll off through there, but you mentally want to as well. And if the bike just touches that limiter, it acts like a little bit of a, not a brake, but a little hesitant.
And it's a case of getting into your slipstream, so I've pulled in. I don't even need to be this close, you know, I can be as far further back than we are now, so yeah, if I'm here it's easy, I'm well on it, so I'm going to come past you. You're sitting there's not much you can do, your bike's slowing down, mine's accelerating. I pull out, now I hit the wind, so I don't go past you as quick as what I was catching you, which we've time to look at each other, we always look. But the problem is, now you're in mine, and I feel my bike going slower, you pass me there, yeah, and I'm back in behind you again. Can I keep it going? Yeah, I'll pull it back out. And this is incredible. This is what we feel every lap.
The approach from here to where the speed trap is, which is, you know, be 600-700 yards up the road, where Bruce Anstey actually on a Honda holds the record, 208 mile an hour. That is where we will be like a pack of wolves. Here, everyone's in the tunnel, everyone's starting to, you know, you feel your bike revving, you feel your bike slowing down because people are taking your wind, and a few hundred yards up the road we are 5 abreast. It's weird. It feels like we're doing 1 mile an hour because the people you're 5
Everyone's
abreast
doing the
with.
same speed.
Yeah, we're all doing 200 together, so it's like we're nearly not moving. It is incredible. There's nothing like this. This is one of the best feelings of riding a motorcycle you ever experienced.
I absolutely love it. I love it. Should we move on to the next one? Glenn, Juniper. They know you're here already, don't they? Talk us through it.
McDavid back, I'm on the North Coast.
Glenn, picture the scene. You're in top gear, last lap, but you're on the run into Juniper. You've said off camera this is probably the most crucial part for the end of a lap and the end of the race.
Yeah, crowd's going mental. Last lap of the race, you see it, even in the heat of battle, you see it. You're coming into here, hopefully in the lead with a 10-second gap.
That would be nice.
Doesn't happen often with the slipstream that we've already spoke about at the tracks. It's difficult to pull away. Coming into here, you got to defend if you're leading. It's the last place. If you lose the lead here, you'll not regain it. It's too bit of road racing code in that last corner.
That bit up there.
Yeah, you don't really lunge into it. So Juniper is where the race is decided.
But down the inside, there's no stopping Glenn Irwin.
I'm going to outbreak you into the chicane, but do I go tight? Do I go wide? I can't. You're blocking the road quite well. You're moving left and right. Yeah. But once you pick your line to brake, that's you. So I'm sitting here.
So this is that chess game that you were talking about.
Yeah, give it chess. So, like, where's John gonna go? We're gonna hit the brakes now. You went tight. How can I brake you? I'm gonna brake wider. I'm gonna brake a bit harder, and now we're turning in.
And I've got to slow down more because the
line's
line's
to slow down more because I've got the line.
Yeah, I see.
Honestly, it's like tossing a coin, but you can plan everything in the Juniper chicane, and you can get a better slipstream than what you think. You can not get the slipstream like you would have thought. Your plan A is turned into plan B. My favourite place to watch as well. I grew up watching, and I actually flag marshalled here 1 year, and I still try to come out in the Thursday night in some of the races I'm not in, and roll back the years and picked it. Yeah.
Should we move on?
Let's rock and roll.
So Glenn, we've just covered off Juniper. Clearly we're on the finish line. We're at the end of the lap, we're at the end of the race. Talk me through what it's like to be Glenn Irwin on the last lap of a race that you're winning and have won as many times as you've won it in the past.
You've made that winning move at Juniper chicane, or you've successfully defended your lead. You've arrived in the last corner. It's big, it's off camber.
Knee on the floor?
Knee on the floor, rear grip not fantastic. As soon as you get into this little access road, grip goes from not fantastic to great. Little wheelie, coming up to that finish line.
Intentional wheelie, or the bike's just picking up and going?
It just picks up grip and chucks a wheelie into the mix, but it's quite fitting because you're heading to the finish line, and that's where dreams are made.
And it's a second Superbike win for Glenn Irwin at the Northwest 200. He takes a checkered flag.
You've been pointing out things to me. You know, there's a little jump that I used to jump on my push bike when I was 3 or 4 or 5 years old, and I got this scar and I got that scar. This is your home. This is, you know, your dad's raced here.
Yeah. We've great memories as a family. You know, my dad's went toe to toe with Joey Dunlop in the 500s here, and you know, I've great memories as a kid. Another legend. This is where all the legends hang out. Yeah, it's just full of happy memories. Even filling up at the pick and mix stall in the paddock. I remember being that kid, just enjoying my time here, and now it's different.
Do you think those memories are the building blocks of what makes you relaxed enough to win and be as fast as you are here?
Yeah, this place is magical to me. I feel like I'm my zen. It's not arrogance. I've had some great races, some tough races, and I've also had some races that I could only dream of, where I broke the slipstream and rid away from people in front of my home fans. And what better track to come and take the new Honda Fireblade to its first international road race. Yes, 3 years too late, but there's a good chance that the Fireblade can take its first international victory before we go to the TT, and I'll not be worrying about that there, but we'll let Mr. McGuinness worry about that. So that's our tour of the Northwest 200 over. So now we're going to go to Silverstone for what turned out to be a really good weekend.
Expectations coming into the weekend for Glenn, for Tom, for Rio Takumi. So for Tom, it was all about, Tom, we need you to finish the 3 races, be consistent, move up through the table. What a cracking job Tom's done this weekend.
My ultimate goal this weekend was to finish every single race and gain valuable experience, follow from the best guys and learn, just try and soak it up as much as I can. Every single race I improved a little bit, and I just feel like I've started to gel with the Superbike, the team. Everything's just coming together nicely, and I've absolutely loved riding this weekend.
You know, race 3, look at the calibre of the riders that Tom was making the moves and passing on and gathering all that data. So, fantastic start.
To follow Josh Brooks, Tom Sykes and Leon Haslam, British and world champions, I've learned so much, and to be able to pass them, it's done my confidence so much good. And again, I don't want to run before I can walk, and 12th place is still, it's not first place, it's still a long way to go, but for my first weekend of Superbike racing, I really couldn't have asked for a lot more.
Rio and Takumi, I think we had a few issues with one or two things from an electrical, from a gearbox, from a rectifier. But again, they're showing that they've got the pace and the fight there to work with us. And that is, for us, is a great start.
What everyone sees is your team around you on the grid, everything looking nice and shiny, but deep down behind the scenes this weekend, the team have worked so hard.
So much has went on, you know, the past load of months, and then we get into testing and through like no fault of our own and not a Honda components, but little things going on, and it has, you know, continued right up till the Sunday a bit. The lads have worked incredible. Our fortunes changed on Saturday morning. The boys done a really quick piece of work in half an hour for FP3, and that session turned our weekend around, so I owe Ewan, Spider, Harry, Sander, the rest of the team mucked in as well.
Some of the things have caught us off guard, and we'll get over them, we'll resolve them, but the workload for the team has been insane, you know.
Best team effort I've ever experienced, because they never gave up. You know, 3 o'clock this morning they were up to it.
I mean, Takumi and his team, they had an engine in 5 minutes to go before race 3, and they got it out and he finished the race. So, like, credit to all them. When everyone comes together, it's just such a good feeling, and that just is credit to Honda.
That's all the team members, everybody mucking in, working together. And look what's happened, look what's paid off. Glenn has done an absolute blinder of a job, putting a Fireblade on the podium, doing the triple. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And we were talking about it, saying, look, where do we realistically think we can finish? And first of all, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 riders in there that are going to be in the mix. We were going to be in that mix. We didn't quite realise that we were going to be right at the sharp end where we were this weekend.
Three different races. We had one race where we led every lap with no gap, and had to be very smart against bikes that have scored most of the victories here in recent years. We had one race where things didn't go to plan early on. We worked really, really hard. We just went full gas. The last race was sweet. A little bit of a gap. It's hard to race like that as well. You know, I had to stop reading my board, and laps were going too slow. But could respond to the guys behind, and I was aware of perhaps a Yamaha coming through, and when Bradley came with 4 laps to go, I didn't have any tyre left, but a lot of want, a lot of courage, and a team that deserved 3 out of 3. So we found a way to maintain pace, and the end result. It's awesome. So yeah, I wish that was beer, but it's water.
Well, Silverstone, what a result. Them boys absolutely on fire. Glenn with the triple win, and my son on the spanners as well. Yeah, epic. He won't talk to me anymore, will he? But early on in the year, we went to Isle of Man to check out what's going to be happening. So yeah, let's check it out.
So it's the last day of February 2022. I'm on the prom in Douglas on the Isle of Man. The picture that I wanted to paint today takes us all the way back to 1996, John's first TT at 24 years old, and then specifically 1999, John's first TT win. Back then, John came and stayed in his box van, parked about here, and ended up staying in this place, the Monaville. So Billy and Eileen ran the place back then, and they accepted John and a bunch of other TT racers in for their first TT, and like I say, John's first win. What we're going to try and do is recreate one of the images that John got on these very steps in 1999 when he had his first win at the TT. So John, we've just recreated not your first trip here, which was in '96, but that shot that you took in '99, which was your first win.
Cool, eh?
Yeah,
I just thought it was really cool. I've been sniling for years, and she's just the same.
Yeah,
exactly the same as when I first met her in '96, when she opened the doors up to me and my family to be able to use the Monaville as a facility and a base. You know, I had nowhere to stop. I was just back at the van job, and you know, I didn't care. I was on the island, so I would have slept under the stars
anywhere. Yeah,
as long as I had the materials, which was the bike and the support. I had all the minerals. I just needed somewhere to lay my head.
What I'd love to have seen back when you were coming here is talk me through what, you know, you coming down these steps at 4 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold, walking up there, you know.
You'd be listening to the radio, you know, and you'd be listening to the weather.
What for the weather report?
You know, at the minute now, the foghorn's not going. Normally the foghorn would be going.
Right.
If it was a bad, you know, you sort of, it'd be one of them. Nah, it's not going to happen this morning.
Well, we're going to go out and have a look at one of those places that that's specific to you, let's say.
Cool, let's do it.
So John, we've just spent probably a little bit too much time trying to recreate some of the shots from, I thought it was a 2007 shot from the 130 mile an hour lap, but you informed me that it was actually 06 that you did the treble.
Yeah, it was close to 130 mile an hour. It was 129.8, so
how far off?
We're knocking on the door. Yeah, 2006, loved it, great year. I was first year back with Honda, we're having a little spell with another manufacturer.
Yeah, so, first year on a big Honda.
Yeah, blade, under seat, exhaust, jumped on it, loved it. I was doing British Super Stock with the team. Yeah. Everything was just perfect. Hit the ground running here, loved every minute, fastest in every session. Won the Formula 1 race, or Superbike race we call it now. Won the 600 race, which was a nice thing to win. 600 race was nice. And then the senior at the end, the icing on the cake. So
the treble, bossed it.
Yeah.
So let's go from one massively familiar Fireblade to you to one relatively unfamiliar Fireblade in this 22 model.
Quietly staring at it when last couple of days really doing some work over here in the Isle of Man, and you know, I've been talking to Glenn and I've been sucking information out of him, he's been sucking information out about me, so you know, I'll hold my hand up. I've got to learn it, but I can't wait to learn it. I'm ready to go and learn it. You know, we're going to go testing, and I'm a sponge, mate. I'll suck it all in, I'll do my homework, and you know, we'll put together a TT winning package. I'm sure between me and Glenn we can do that. You know, bikes don't go backwards, you know, they only go forwards, and I'll be talking to it, I'll be patting it on the seat, and I'll be bonding and just tweaking and making it feel like it's mine, and the mileage we do on it, it'll get to feel like it's part of me when we come to the TT. End of the day, we're all in the same boat. Yeah. The BM's never done it, the Cowie's never done it, the Honda's never done the TT, so we're all like
new to everything.
Pioneering everything.
Yeah,
you know,
so a 2 year layoff, level playing field. Yeah. New bikes, level playing field.
3 new bikes have never been down that hill, so we're all
sucking it and seeing.
Tweaking a bit, you know, tweaking a bit. We're all a little bit nervous about it, but no other way of doing it apart from doing it. So, and it's 93 days away, so from being stood here, so it's not going to be long.
You look like you're starting to feel it now.
I have, yeah. I won't lie, when I was coming down there, when I was leading the 15, that was the most emotional I'd been on a bike. Yeah. I just thought, I can't believe it, I'm gonna get another one. You know, it's happened. Yeah. For whatever reason, it's happened. You know, the bike was mint, it was singing along. I hadn't made any mistake, pit stop was awesome. Yeah. You know, nobody put a foot wrong through the whole team, and then it all come together for a win, so.
When we were talking about you talk to the bike, you must be having some kind of conversation on the run down there on the last lap.
I'm caressing her, caressing her home. But like I say, it's not done. It's not done here. No. You've got a 180 mile an hour approach to Brandish. You've got 150 mile an hour Brandish. You've got 140 mile an hour.
And then that miserable, super tight.
Yeah, but you've got Hillbury. You've got up the Cronknamona. You've got them 3 lefts over the top. It undulates something down. You've got Signpost. You've got Bedstead. You've got the Nook. Still a bit to do.
From John McGuinness for the proper short circuit still.
Right, John, it's always a pleasure to spend any time in your company. I'm going to nip to Northern Ireland now and do a similar thing with Glenn, who's going to give me a preview of the Northwest 200. This is going to be the first time I've admitted to anyone I've never been to the Northwest 200 before.
My God.
Give me a tip. Give me a corner that I should stop Glenn at and get him to talk to me about.
You need to learn about how to drink Guinness. Corner where Glenn needs to take you is probably somewhere station.
Okay.
Station corner.
I'll find it. Thanks very much, mate.
Pleasure.
So that's it for episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to hit subscribe and the funny little bell thing, and you'll get a notification for the next episode.